So the video's still going? Hmm? As time has unfolded me, it is revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Help me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Let me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let this anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, 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 love. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Let my heart awaken, tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Let me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance, and let this anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. I will not be shaken. morning. Little Gary Lynn Floyd there for you. Start things out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was lovely. All right. Welcome. Welcome to Unity of Tacoma. I'm so glad you decided to tune in or join us in person here today. We're so happy to see everyone here. I'm so glad you decided to join us. If you've been here before, I'm so glad. I'm glad you decided that we're still cool enough to visit. And also, if you've not been here before and you decided to join us, you've heard that we're doing pretty good. I'm glad you decided to join us. We're here each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. right here on YouTube and Facebook. So, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Lori Irwin Johnson, and I use the pronouns she and her. And I would like to also introduce, we have Dallas and Linda, who are our musicians today. And you just heard Dallas Tally. And so I'm real excited to see what they have to offer us today. We are celebrating graduation and rites of passage today. So we do have Katie, who is one of our members who is graduating from high school. So we're going to be celebrating her today. And we're also going to just talk about different types of rites of passage and what is it that we've gone through that make those big milestones in life. So we're going to be talking about that today. But first, I'd like to start us off with a prayer for protection. And I'm going to have Curtis come up, and he's going to read it for us. And I'm going to have Amarius, who's going to come and help Curtis with the microphone. Thank you so much.
This is the prayer for protection by James Dillett Freeman, originally written for the soldiers during World War II. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The law of God directs me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is.
Thank you. And as we're in a position and in the mindset for prayer, let's just go into a space where we are open our hearts, open our minds, and open our spirit to exactly what it is that we need to experience today. And as we go through life and as we go through those things, those rites of passage that bring us all of this wonderful opportunity, all these opportunities to celebrate each other, to celebrate ourselves, to pat ourselves on the back, to know that we have gone through something and we've made it out the other side. So today, let's celebrate those little wins, those major wins, and those things that are life-changing. We're so grateful for our opportunities to be together, to be able to celebrate, to honor, to take the ideas, the cultural norms that we've got used to, and to be able to celebrate those things and celebrate the people who are experiencing them. So today we celebrate Katie and all of those graduates, all those individuals that are moving from one place to another. And we are uplifting them, holding them in our hearts, and knowing that it is so. And so it is. Amen. All right, we're going to have another song with Dallas and Linda, and then we're going to come back for message. Thank you.
the craziness begins. I breathe deep and go within. Here I am, an empty cup. I pray, God, please fill me up. Help me see your grand design. Lead me to a quiet mind. One more time I breathe you in before the craziness
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, today is a big day if you are a Christian. If you have a Christian tradition, today is Pentecost. Does anybody celebrated Pentecost before? Pentecost. Yeah, okay, you remember. So Pentecost is a traditional Christian celebration. It is the time where the Holy Spirit came down and introduced itself to everyone and allowed everyone to speak the same language and to hear the word of God in the same language. Thus, the Pentecostals, Pentecostals speak in tongues. That's where that all started. And so this is the end, well, this is the beginning of Pentecost. And then it goes back into the regular year. And we're just back to boring old, regular old Bible stories. But for those of you who are celebrating today, the Pentecost, you're wearing red. And so even if you didn't know it, and those of you that are wearing red today, that is the color of Pentecost. So for those traditionally Christian, congratulations. Welcome to Pentecost. Today is the day. I was in Fred Meyer yesterday, and there was a lady with a beautiful, beautiful basket with many different red geraniums, which is the traditional flower they use for decorating churches. And I didn't even think of it. And I was thinking, wow, when I was on my way in today, I was like, wow, Fred Meyer's really got it going on. They had this whole thing set up with all of these geraniums. And I was like, what? And I just thought how beautiful that was. But today I'm thinking, that was marketing. So happy Pentecost, everybody. Okay. Our affirmation for today. We are one with the divine, and we celebrate the light and potential in everyone. Say it with me. We are one with the divine, and we celebrate the light and potential in everyone. And our reading for today is from The Alchemist. How many of you have read The Alchemist? Loved that book. I didn't even know about it until my son read it. And I don't have a copy. And I thought, well, it's fine. I'll get a digital copy from the library. It's an old book. It's over 25 years old. I'll get a copy and then I'll be able to read out of it and pick out the verses I want. Oh no, there is a 16-week wait still for that book. And so The Alchemist, even though it's over 25 years old, has a really super long wait. It's not a very long book, but it's got a great story. So. You're gonna get it. And so The Alchemist is by Paulo Coelho, and we're going to read a little bit from that today. And it reads, I'm the king of Salem, the old man said. Why would a king be talking with a shepherd, the boy asked, awed and embarrassed. For several reasons, But let's say that the most important is that you have succeeded in discovering your personal legend. The boy didn't know what a person's personal legend was. It, it's what you have always wanted to accomplish. Everyone, when they are young, knows what their personal legend is. At that point in their lives, everything is clear and everything is possible. They're not afraid to dream or to yearn for everything that they would like to see happen to them in their lives. But as time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince them that it will be impossible for them to realize their personal legend. None of what the old man was saying made sense to the boy, but he wanted to know what this mysterious force was. It's a force that happens to be negative at first, but actually shows you how to realize your personal legend. It prepares your spirit and your will, because there is one great truth on this planet. Whoever you are, or whatever it is that you do, when you really want something, it's because the desire originated in the soul of the universe, and it's your mission on Earth. And our inspirational lesson for today is from Khalil Gibran, from the Prophet. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backwards nor tarries with yesterday. So we're going to talk a little bit about rites of passage today, talk about things that are really important. And my niece actually had a really important rite of passage this week. She had her last day of school, and she's brand new. They moved to Georgia from Oklahoma. And so this is her brand new school. She hadn't been there but a couple of months. And she called me up on the phone last week. And she was super nervous. I was like, "What's going on?" And she said, I have to be in a play. And I was like, "Okay, that's awesome. That's so exciting." She goes, "I am so nervous. I don't know if I'm going to remember my lines." And I said, "Of course you will remember your lines. Speak them to me. Say them to me." We were on FaceTime. And so she says her lines absolutely perfectly. She knows them down to every word, every vowel, every period. Everything was perfect. She did wonderful. And I said, "Wow, that's awesome. You're doing really great." She goes, "But what if I forget my lines?" So, "Well, what if you do?" She goes, "Well, I'll look stupid." But maybe you won't forget your lines. Maybe you'll look spectacular. Maybe we could just focus on that." She goes, "Okay." She's that age. And I was like, "Okay, so read me the lines again." So she read the lines. And I said, "You're going to do great. I know you are." And I told her, I said, "I speak every single week. I don't have a large audience, but I speak every single week and people see me online. And there is not a day that I come into on a Sunday or any other time that I am not nervous." And I told her it's because it's still, there's a fine line between nervous and excited. You can be nervous and excited at the same time because it's an emotion that is identified by your perception. How do you look at it? It's the same feeling on the inside. You feel a little fluttery and your little tummy feels funny, but it's still the same feeling. So just switch from being nervous to being excited. She goes, "Well, what should I wear?" I said, And I said to her, so what is your character, right? And she says, well, I'm a time traveler. And I said, oh, cool. So you're coming from this time to going back in time to Orville and Wilbur Wright. They were interviewing Orville and Wilbur Wright and their first flight. I was like, okay, cool. Do you really have to change though? I mean, you're coming from this time to them. She goes, no, but I'm thinking I should wear a hat and some boots. And I was like, okay, cool. Like Indiana Jones. And she's like, oh yeah, like that. So she did wear boots. On Tuesday, she had her performance, and she was absolutely perfect. And you could see every other child was struggling with the same angst, the same nerves, the same forgetting lines for half a second. And she was even prompting them because she had learned the lines that were before and after her. So if they'd forgotten, then she would tell them. So she's a little bit of a perfectionist. I don't know where she got that from. And so anyway, it was an important rite of passage for her, even though it wasn't a significant one. It wasn't like she was graduating or she wasn't, being sweet 16 or she was getting her driver's license. But she did do something really important. She stepped outside her comfort zone and she did something that she thought she could never do. And the week before, she had done a reading, and she had a really nervous time at that reading. She had to read something that she wrote. She goes, I just can't do it. And she just went out there and she was on Facebook. Of course, parents live streams that so we could see it. And she did a wonderful job, and the whole thing lasted 10 minutes. But it was the longest, scariest time for her, and she stepped right out. So it's a difference between excitement and nervous because they feel the same. It's the way that we interpret it. Are we nervous? Or can we just think we're excited? Because wouldn't it be better just to be excited about things instead of feeling nervous about them? Because it's the same feeling. It's all the only way that we interpret it is the way that we show the world. And so change the way that you look at things, and that will change the way that you represent. And that's what I told her, and she did a wonderful job. And she has those rites of passage that we don't really realize, but for her it was really, really important. Something that happened that she decided she wanted to do, and she went through it and she made it to the other side. We do so many things in life that are important rites of passage that we kind of just say, that's just part of our culture. In my culture, in my experience in my family, the big times were graduation, baby showers, marriage. Hopefully there's marriage before that, but that doesn't necessarily happen. Bridal showers and baptisms. Those were the big rites of passage. But one of the ones that was really important for my parents especially was graduation. When we graduated from high school. And I being the oldest, they had these really high expectations. They thought for sure that I was going to be, I was successful, I had good grades, and I was going to make it. I did not walk. I did not graduate on time. And it's because I was sick when I was a kid, and I had, now I know it was Epstein-Barr, and I was sick and I had to drop out of school for a couple of weeks. I missed out on graduating with my class. I did graduate, but I did it unconventionally. Can you imagine me doing something unconventional? No, not me. I do everything unconventionally. So at the time, during that time period, there was a program starting up at TCC, and this was in the 80s, that was similar to what they have today. It's called Running Start. That you could go to college, and you could take classes and get your high school education at the same time. So because I had missed out, I was able to take classes in the summer where I was able to go back to community college. I got on the bus from where I lived, and it wasn't too far. It was just one bus. I had to go straight to the college, and I went to school there. I took classes to catch up. And so I graduated, but I didn't walk because at that time they didn't have it part of a graduation ceremony, so I just got my graduation certificate in the mail. Wasn't as exciting, but it still was a rite of passage. I was so excited. and I got a blender for as a gift. But I remember when it was time for my sister to graduate. It was 2 years later, and she was struggling in school. She struggled with math. We're very social people, social scientists, less those mathematical people. My sister and I. So she's like, I can't get through this algebra. So together, she and I struggled through that class, and so she was able to walk. And I was so proud of her to be able to see her go through that process. And it's not always easy. Sometimes you go through just normal, like normal life, and it unfolds the way it's supposed to. But it has never unfolded that way for me. And not for everybody else. And I think that's absolutely fine. We have an expectation of how things should be in our culture. That it should be this way because everyone does it. Well, I am not an everyone does it type person. And so I decided I would go into education. My mother was in education. I talked about that last week. And I decided I would go into education and I would help others be able to find their path, to find their journey, to find their personal legends. So I went through and I helped others be able to get into school and fill out their FAFSAs and fill out admissions and going through all of the orientation and to be able to help them get to where they want to be. Maybe not traditionally, but get there in a way that worked for them. And now I love to see that schools are set up with a whole kinds of different options, from being online to having a hybrid where you go some days in person. What my niece is doing, she's doing both online and in person. It's a hybrid, and then you can go the traditional way. All of these are options for kids, and I really, really love that. I love the availability of being able to do what you need to do in your own way. And so The Alchemist, the book The Alchemist I read a little bit, an excerpt from, talks about the personal legend and the expectations that you have as you start off on your new journey or any new journey. We always think that, well, so-and-so did that, I can do that too. So you get on your path towards what it is you want to experience in your life, whatever it is you would like to bring to yourself. You've had your idea in your mind what it is you would like to do, and you set off on the path. But the most important thing to going on to your path and getting into your personal legend is taking that first step. How many people have thought about, oh, I'd really love to do that, but really haven't moved in that direction? You have to take that first step. And the story about the alchemist talks about taking that first step and being able to move in towards your personal legend. And when he talks about it being everything that you've always wanted, have you ever had something that really burns inside of you, something that you really would like to do, something that really pulls you? Absolutely, we have. And how many have you ignored it? I ignored it for a long, long time. Because I had other responsibilities, I had other expectations, I had things I had to do. I couldn't spend my time doing that. And so I didn't. But and I think Spirit does this to us, it moves us around in the direction that we need to go. Whether we want to or not, eventually we get there. So we might as well go with the flow instead of fighting it. That's my opinion. But in The Alchemist, the boy is a shepherd, and Santiago is his name. And he decides he wants to find his treasure. He had a dream to find his treasure at the bottom of the pyramid. Now, he is a long way from the pyramid. He's like in Spain. And so he has to, and during this time period, there's no other way to get there. You have to go on a boat, or you have to get to Egypt from Spain. So he starts off on his quest, and he meets a man. And the man, who's the old man, is the king. He says he's the king of Salem. Now, we learn more as you read through the book, and I'm not going to give you all the details about the king of Salem and what it is. But we need to know that the defining of your personal legend is that thing that you've always held in your heart, that thing that's always pulling you forward. And you can have more than one personal legend. So we think that we have this purpose, this one purpose. We're born into it, or we've discovered that this is our purpose on this earth, and that we have that one. So we strive for that one. But what happens when we get there? Let's say that we decide to strive and we get there and we're only 30 years old. Then we have the rest of our lives, if we're blessed with a long life, to be able to either experience that and only that, or we can change our direction and go on a different path. You don't have to drop what you've already done. You just have to take it with you and move on and get something else. Go off on another journey and another journey and another journey. And that's the point. Your personal legend is not just that one thing. It is what makes up you and who you are in your life. So this dream was really important for Santiago in the story. And he moves forward. He works through this. He goes through all of his adventures. He has a bunch of strife and just like every hero's journey, you have these ups and downs, and you meet all these people who on the way who are going to help you. But he was really, really determined to reach his goal. But the one thing that he learned along the way is that he has to listen to his heart and what is being told to him. He needs to be open to those signs, those synchronicities that come in your life that you don't expect but are obviously signs. Obvious. How many of you had that experience where you're doing something and then you're like, oh, this is not right. And then all of a sudden something hits you and you're like, yeah, this is right. Like it or not, this is where I got to go. And so you have to be available and awake to those signs to be able to see that you are on the right path. And I promise you, they'll come. Just keep moving forward. And that is what Santiago decided. And he was afraid. He was all by himself. He had to sell all of his sheep to go on this journey. And he was afraid. And it says, tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the fear itself. And that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams. Because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. It teaches us that the fear of pursuing our dreams is stronger and worse and more paralyzing than the actual situation itself. So whatever it is, you can imagine is much worse than what's going to actually happen. The language of the world is really important. Being aware, being able to see and to hear and to move forward in the direction that's best for you. Not necessarily what other people feel is best for you. When you get through those rites of passage, you get to the other side and you're on a new path. You move in the direction that's right for you. And it took me too long in my life to realize that. But could you imagine? I always think, wow, what if I had this knowledge when I was 20? I think that Spirit does that on purpose. I think it's because we have to discover it. We can't just we'll take it for granted if it's given to us too young or don't quite understand. But the whole idea is the vision is what's important. And also be available and willing to fail. Many people aren't willing to do things because they're afraid to fail. Well, I promise you, failure is really important. If you don't try and fail, you'll never learn. We didn't learn to walk. We didn't stand up and just start walking. We had to fall several times in order for our brains to figure it out. So failure is part of the process. It's part of the journey. So don't be afraid to fail. Finally, Santiago in the story, he found out that the treasure he was seeking, of course, was always within him. It wasn't something he was to seek outside of himself. It was something he was to discover within. He says, Paulo Coelho says in the book, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. So when we discover who we truly are on the inside, we discover what we truly want, what our passions are, and we go for that. That is when the world starts to culminate and to work with us. And it opens up those doors. It gives us those little signs. It allows us to be who we want to be. The Alchemist, the book, teaches us that a personal legend is our own unique destiny. And it's not just one path, it's several. And it's a powerful reminder of who we truly are. And those rites of passages that we experience in our lives, whether it be graduation, whether it be marriage, whether it be the birth of a child, whether it be retirement, or whatever is next on your journey. Those are important paths to be on, but you're never ending your journey. Your journey is a continuation of rediscovering who you truly are, because the treasure is always within you, no matter what. Look for those signs, listen to your heart, and allow yourself to be who you want to be. And then you will discover your true treasure, like Santiago did in the book. So today I have Katie here, and I'm not going to pull her in front of the camera because she asked not to. But I'm going to ask her to stand up for those people that are here. Can you do that, Katie? And then we're going to give her a big round of applause because she is graduating from high school. And you know, when you're in school and when you're in elementary school and you go into middle school and you go into high school and you're like, I have been doing this for 12 years of my life. And now you're coming to the end of that. So congratulations. So I have a little bit, is that my phone going off? I think it's my phone. It's my phone. Yeah, I didn't turn it off. Okay. I'm sorry. So I would like all of you, friends and family, to celebrate Katie's graduation with me. So let's begin by centering ourselves to be able to find that spark of spirit within us. Close your outer eye if you so would like. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. And we breathe together. And we feel unity with our hearts and with our spirits. And we recognize the light within each and every one of us. And especially within Katie today. And this new chapter she is going into in her next life, she will be looking for and seeking and finding those portents in life to tell her that she's on the right path, and hoping that she continues looking for those signs in her life. Katie, we bless you with the wisdom of the divine, the courage to follow your dreams, and the strength to overcome any challenges you may face. May you always remember that you are never alone. The light of the divine is within you, guiding your every step. And so those of us at Unity have this way of blessing. So we rub our hands together and we extend our hands out. So everybody turn to Katie. And we're going to say, Katie, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light within you. Let us pray. Divine Spirit, we ask for your blessings upon Katie. Fill her heart with peace, her mind with clarity, and her soul with joy. May she shine her light brightly in the world and know that she is loved and supported by the community and by you. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Katie, as you move forward, may you be inspired by Santiago's story. Dare to dream, to follow your heart, and to trust that the universe will guide you in the right direction, on the right path. And as you strive to achieve your personal legend, you'll not only transform yourself, but also the world around you. May you be blessed as you are a blessing to all of us here. All right. Thank you. We're going to invite Dallas and Linda back for another song before we go into meditation.
This is a song by Karen Drucker called In the Stillness. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace.
Thank you. It's beautiful. Oh, let's get into a space of meditation, allowing yourself to feel supported on the surface that you're on, wherever you are. You are in the divine light of love and God's peace. And let's experience that for just a moment. Taking the time to center ourselves, getting focused on our hearts, feeling the connection that we share with each other here in the room and from every person, everywhere. Today we're going to meditate. We're going to do a type of loving kindness meditation. But it's a little bit different because we're going to focus on those individuals that are moving forward. As people who are graduating, that are moving from one adventure to the next. So if you know someone, keep them in mind because we're going to call them up in a minute. As we move into our meditation, I would like you to bring to your mind's eye our beautiful family member, Katie. As she moves forward in her life, as she lets go of those things that no longer serve her, and she moves on her new path. And just hold loving light and allow it to surround Katie, knowing that she is supported and is able to take on everything that comes her way because she has the love of God and the love of her spiritual family here at Unity of Tacoma and her family at home and her friends, and all of the universe supports her. And we just hold her in this light. And as we see Katie standing in this light, we want to bring in the individuals in your life that you know that may need a little bit of push, a little bit of comfort, a little bit of support. Put them in that light as well. Because wherever they are on their journey, they could use a boost. So let's give them our love, our light, and our compassion, reminding them of who they truly are, of where they're going, and that to experience the journey as a gift instead of a struggle. And as we see all those individuals that we know that are transitioning from one adventure to the next, whatever that is, whether it be within this lifetime or the next, we bring them to our attention again, bringing everyone that we do not know that is moving through life in a new direction. Put them in the circle as well, surrounded by the love and light, allowing them to feel the support and compassion and kindness as they struggle, as they excel, as they succeed, wherever they are in their journey. We're there, and we show them the love of God. Finally, we bring all beings on this planet, human and non. They all have their individual struggles. They're all moving on their journey, whether they're foraging or just living their life from day to day. Just allow those beings, those critters in our lives, furry, scaly, all of those critters, bring them into our vision, into the circle, knowing that they are evolving as they should, thriving as they should, and striving to be the best that they can be. And as we know the love of God, this light will stay with them. We bring our attentions back to ourselves, and we allow that light to shine on us as well. That we are also on a journey, and wherever we are on that journey, we are supported by the love and light of the divine, We are supported by the love and light of our friends and our family and our spiritual home. Wherever we are filled with the love and compassion of Spirit. And as we move out of our meditation, we say thank you. Thank you for all that we've experienced. It hasn't always been easy. Oftentimes it's downright hard. But you know what? We are resilient. We're capable. And we can find our way to the other side. So as we breathe, center ourselves, and feel the love and light of Spirit, we say thank you for all the lessons that we've learned and everything that we can impart on others moving through on their journey in life. Take a breath, cleanse your body with it, and as you exhale, letting it go, anything that may be negative. Another breath, cleansing your body and letting go any negativity with the exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and you can bring your awareness back to this space. And I'm going to invite Dallas back for another song. And Linda too.
Just stay in the here and when you're out there having fun. Take a breath, close your eyes and smile. You will do amazing things. Amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you. It was like a little fairy bell. I loved it. I was like, oh, we're calling the fairies. Awesome. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. Just gorgeous. Thank you, Dallas. Oh.
You are welcome.
All right. Well, we come to the portion of our service where we open our hearts to give. All donations that we get here at Unity of Tacoma go to support the missions and ministries and the musicians that we have each and every Sunday. And there's so many different ways you can give. You can go to our website and you can give there at unityoftacoma.org. You can go to our Facebook page and you can give there. You can also use Zelle. Our telephone number 253-576-3225. Or you can mail a check to Unity of Tacoma, P.O. Box 112289, Tacoma, Washington 98411. And if you're here in the building today, we have a prosperity box that you can drop something off in there if you feel that you are ready to do that. And as we prepare to give, allow ourselves to feel that energy. Allow that connection with that source within us that provides everything that we need. And allow that to flow through us and as us. In Luke 6:38, Jesus said, "Give and you'll receive. You'll be given much, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It will spill into your lap. The way you give to others is the way God will give back to you." And as you visualize holding your gift within your hand, please repeat after me. Divine love flowing through me
Flowing through me,
blesses and multiplies
blesses and multiplies
all that I am,
all that I am,
all that I have,
all that I have,
all that I give,
all that I give,
and all that I receive.
and all that I receive.
I am grateful for my blessings today.
I am grateful for my blessings today.
I am grateful in every way.
I am grateful in every way.
And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
May the blessings of your gift bring so many blessings back to you. We're so grateful for each and every one of you here at Unity of Tacoma. I have some announcements, but I'm going to have Curtis, who's going to be Victoria today. Victoria, we saw her yesterday. She is doing much better, but she is recuperating from her fun day yesterday. So she is at home. We love you, Victoria.
The announcements for today. Our diaper drive continues and ends on Father's Day. Reach out if you want to contribute to the diaper fund or drop diapers off. It's depending on you. Thank you to Denise for teaching another watercolor class. It was held at University Place Library. Thank you all who attended and painted pretty pictures. Katie's graduation party is today, after the message at Renee's house at 12 noon. We'll have a volunteer training meeting this Thursday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. Lori will send out a Zoom link. God, I can't read today. Zoom link this week. We'll meet at Surge here on Saturday, June 1st to make sandwiches for the unhoused. Surge has graciously donated the space to support our outreach project and at the first Saturday of every month. And our last Sunday at Surge will be May 26th. And our first Sunday will be on Zoom, June 2nd. So we too are in transition and growing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, so next Sunday is our last Sunday here at Surge. So we will be celebrating with that. Our musical guest will be Christine S. Young. And then we'll be transitioning. The tech team and I are working on a really great opportunity for people to meet online, to be able to share, to be able to do that from the comfort of their own home, and to be able to have a really great experience. So I'm looking forward to that, and we're working really hard. So please anticipate that it's going to be great because we need all of your hopes and fears and your excitement, not nerves. We need excitement. So we're going to be great. I'm really excited. Our benediction for today is from The Alchemist. And Paulo Coelho said, "We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal. We have stopped for a moment to encounter each other, to meet, to love, to share. This is a precious moment. It is a little parenthesis in eternity." Thank you so much. Thank you to Katie for allowing us to celebrate her today. And if you need the address to Renee's house, please ask somebody who knows, because I don't know. So we're going to be singing our song, the peace song, "Let There Be Peace on Earth." If you would like to stand, please do so. And sing along.